Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Crockett Show in social media history. I want to welcome you to a holiday edition of the War Zone. Say, man, get on the phone and call your people and tell them I am the 5-star general. I see you free Negroes are celebrating this weekend. I want to have a conversation with you. I want to see if you really about that life. And I'm back in town for them suckers that's been looking for me. Let's get to it, man. Say, man, I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone and tell you thank you for taking the time out to tune in. You know, without you good people, I wouldn't have a show. And I want to tell you thank you so much for taking the time out to hang out with me on a daily basis, especially when I be ranting and raving, because that's what I do. First of all, I want to say you got about 2 hours left to get to the polls and vote for my good friend, Kathy Lynch Gunter, for HCC Board Trustee Position 2. Get out there and vote for a good person that's going to do a hell of a job, and that's the main thing, that we want good people in office, and there's none better than my good friend, Kathy Lynch Gunter, because it is what it is, man, and you got to get the right folks in office, man. You see, I got my background back. I mean, I've been out of pocket for about 3 weeks, taking care of a little business. And I'm back in town for the ones that's been looking for me. For those that have been looking for me, I'm back in town with a new mind frame. I got some things on my chest, and I really want to get them off and just tell you how I really feel. One, it's Juneteenth weekend, Father's Day weekend. Want to say happy Father's Day to all the good dudes that catch the grief on a daily basis. For all the good dudes that pay their child support, but yet they still got issues with their baby mama. I want to tell you, man, I salute you. I've been in your shoes. And I think that we should honor these guys the same way we honor mothers on Mother's Day. Honor the fathers, even the fathers that ain't been through no shit, man. Just they've been at home, they've been taking care of their kids, they've been taking care of their families. We want to honor these good dudes and just send a big shout out to them. I see that we celebrating the weekend. We're not just celebrating Father's Day, we're celebrating Juneteenth. That's a beautiful thing, especially when you understand the significance of it. Especially when you have a president that doesn't acknowledge black people to the degree that he needs to acknowledge them. And especially, I applaud you guys that's celebrating that really don't know jack shit about Juneteenth. It's a national holiday now, so all across the country they're celebrating it. And you're going to make this a very diverse holiday. That's what they have done, and that's one reason at this moment that I don't celebrate it, because it's not a very diverse holiday. I'm sorry, but it's not. It is a holiday for black people. And it's okay if you jump in the mix and you do what you do. Want to send a shout out to Keita Light, my good friend Brenda Limbrick Sanders, my girl Mina Adams. I'm in town. I'm supposed to have a date with a very special young lady. We need to make this happen like Monday, because the OG got a hell of a week, but I honor my commitments. I want to have a date with my little friend. We're supposed to go to McDonald's, my client, and hopefully she doesn't mind taking a couple of pictures with me. And that's basically what I charged to solve her issue, was to be able to take this nice young lady to whatever restaurant she wanted. Her mom says her favorite restaurant is McDonald's. So that way I get to go to lunch with a hell of a young lady and honor her for the commitment that she's made. And she's a special population student and was being done wrong. And we were able to get that solved for her mom. And I'm going to honor that with that young lady. But I want to talk to y'all about this inclusiveness when it comes to Juneteenth. It shouldn't be an inclusive holiday. It's a holiday for black people. But a lot of you black people don't even understand the significance of it because a lot of y'all are still slaves. You're still slaves in your mind frame. You're still slaves in the way that you carry yourself. You're still slaves when it comes to your finances. You're still slaves. So you really should not be out celebrating a holiday that you do not understand the significance of. I see my good friend Bruce Lee Wynn in the building. Man, got out there at the polls for me in the last election. Love him to death, man. And we getting ready to build an army because we're running for state rep. I see that a lot of people have their pits out and they're attending the functions, and that's good. I mean, a lot of people called me, "Are you coming?" No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not coming. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I mean, I'm pro-black, so therefore, I don't just deal with pagan holidays. I don't do them. I'd rather celebrate Father's Day for the good fathers before I do Juneteenth, because the politicians will say, well, he's running for office and he says that kind of thing. Man, y'all don't have no clue about the significance of Juneteenth, some of you politicians. Because if you did, you wouldn't do some of the things that you do. You feel me? You'd be battling more for African Americans, and we need to be battled for. We need a bill that protects us. We need bills that can help us have a better quality of life. That's what we need. But yet we are quick to jump on the celebratory bandwagon. Every time there's a holiday, we just want to spend money and waste money on celebratory holidays, and it doesn't advance the quality of life for us. Now, when there's an opportunity for me to celebrate after we have possibly gotten reparations, or we've gotten a bill that protects us as a people, then I'll be glad to celebrate those holidays. But in the meantime, no, I don't want nothing to do with it. Nothing. I don't want to be around these people. I don't want to be around these old fake ass politicians that act like they give a damn about you being black this weekend, but the rest of the weekends on the calendar, you nothing to them. It's okay to celebrate and have your little fun, because some of y'all work 7 days a week. Some of y'all work 5 days a week, multiple hours. No good friends of mine that work 4 days a week, double jobs. So yeah, if it's a time for you to unwind and do what you do, then do that. But don't get out here acting like you down with Juneteenth. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, let me go up in here because it's something wrong with my settings. So y'all bear with me. I gotta make this thing public. It doesn't automatically do it for some reason. So let me edit the privacy, and now it's public. Okay. So we changed it. Let's make sure that it's there. Okay, so now it's public. I don't have that desire to be in the midst of people that don't understand the struggle of black people at the moment. I just don't. I don't want to be around you. Period. It is just a waste of time. And I don't need to celebrate holidays to understand that black people are going backwards. We're not going forward. You know what's so amazing is that you can do the same stuff over and over and over again. We can deal with the same problems over and over and over again. And somebody from a political standpoint will come through the door and say that we are making progress. Well, fuck making progress. When we gonna get to the end of the damn rainbow? I don't want to make progress no more. I want the goal at the end of the rainbow. So all these folk that's acting like they doing things for us, especially on a weekend like this, what I need to be around Sylvester Turner for? To take a picture? They can do something about this crime in this city, man. All the money you finna spend on this weekend, can we use that to create programs to do something about the crime, especially in the black community. I don't want to be around that, man. I will sit at the house and drink my Paul Mason. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all how real I am. I'm going to show you how I do Juneteenth. Hold on a second. I'm going to show y'all how I do Juneteenth. And I do Juneteenth every day of the week. Let me tell you something. I don't need one weekend to define me. I feel the same way about Black History Month. Black History Month should be 12 months a year. I don't need one weekend to figure out I'm black. I don't need one weekend to figure out that slaves were the last set of slaves that were freed in Galveston, Texas. You know, I'm gonna tell you how I do it. I'm at home. I'm at home. So when I'm at home, this is Juneteenth to me. I'm an old school cat. You feel what I'm saying? I'm old school. So I got me an old school Miller Lite. Yeah, I'm a politician that drink. I don't need to drink out no fancy wine cups. I drink old school Millers with killers. Got me a nice little bottle of Paul Mason Mango. Old school, baby. I don't need to go out and get drunk. I do that in my house. I don't need to go out and waste a lot of money when there's no money to be wasted at this moment. If you can't put gas in your car, why the hell is you out spending $200-300 a day on some shit that you should already know? I don't need nobody to give me a history lesson. I don't need nobody to tell me what it feels like to be black in America. I don't need to hear that. I don't need to listen to the next Roland Martin review. Got love for Roland. That's my people's. Jack H. Lyons. You got damn right. It tastes the same in this bottle. You know why? Because it's like a $12, $13 bottle. Go try to get you one of them in the club for $150. What the hell I'm going to do that for? Juneteenth is about making progress as black people. We made some progress on a certain day. Last set of slaves get notification that they were freed. So here's my question. If that happened in Texas, what the hell is they celebrating Juneteenth in Vermont for? Can somebody tell me that? I'm trying to figure that out. What the hell are we celebrating Juneteenth in Wisconsin for? This was about Galveston, Texas. Why is we not all down in Galveston celebrating on sacred land? You got your motherfucking ass over in Emancipation Park and that heat. You don't even understand. And see, when they talk about CRT and we need to know our history, okay, what the fuck are we celebrating for downtown Houston? Tell me that. We supposed to be in Galveston, Texas, half bucket naked, having a good time. But see, that's one reason I don't do pagan holidays. Holidays that are designed for you to just spend money. And spend money at a time that you should not be wasting your money. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I can buy me, I gave my man Kevin yesterday like $34. Man, go get us something to drink. I hit the pit, because I'm fresh off the plane. I'm telling you, I'm fresh off the plane. I hit the pit, went out there, cooked us up a little something. Kevin go walk to the store, he come back. Man got two 12 packs of old school Millers. That's good. That's good enough for me. I need some of y'all to grasp the reality of pagan holidays. Today is some major stuff. I'm a Panther. I didn't go because I've been gone for a minute. But down around Jackson, Mississippi, Panthers took over that this whole weekend. They out doing survival and gun training today. See, whether you want to accept it or not, These are the things that we should be focused on. But yet we let the people take over and make us do things and believe a certain way when we shouldn't have. When we shouldn't be doing it that way. Now, this is not a racist conversation. This is just a real black conversation. And I know some of y'all get offended when folks have real black conversations because you can't inject into them. I'm sorry, but you're not African American. And some conversations are just not for you. Now, there are other conversations that we can have that we can be inclusive about. So to be fair, I don't celebrate Juneteenth, nor do I celebrate the 4th of July. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate pagan holidays because every day is a true blessing. And I don't need to put significance on one. I can't put on the other. I don't even celebrate my birthday because every day is my birthday. Every day that I'm wake up, I'm blessed to be here. Now, I'm not telling you how to think. I'm just telling you what I think. But at the same time, I don't try to tell people what they should and should not do. I'm just telling you that if you understand your history of everything, at any minute, I can actually have a moment. I just start researching. I'm sitting in a bubble bath. Yeah, I'm a big blue. I do bubble baths by 2 a.m. And I just started researching. Just researching on my phone. You know what I'm saying? I just started researching. And I'm constantly researching. And that's why some days I'm smarter than the average. I know what it means to be an American citizen. And I'm gonna be honest, no matter how bad people think it is, I am very, very happy that I am one. I am very, very happy that I am one. I just am a guy that does not celebrate certain days. And I don't want to be around. Today, to me, is I don't want to be around fake Negroes. This whole weekend, June 19th, I don't want to be around fake Negroes. And being around them and smiling and taking pictures with them, when in all actuality, you don't know what the fuck you celebrating or the significance of it, it's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my time. I'm back in the city. I've been hearing the rumblings. Of course, I get 1,000 phone calls a day. And for those that's been looking for me and wanting to know if I'm here, you goddamn right I'm here and I don't hide. So if there's anything that you need to speak to me about, dial that number, man. I'm Mr. Telephone Man. They should have put me in New Edition back in the day when I lived this small, and then I could have blamed it on the rain for gaining all this weight. But I'm in town. Anything you want to talk about. People like, man, you're going to go to some of the forums, and I'm not going to goddamn forums. I'm not going to no forums to hear nobody talk about some shit they ain't never tried to fix. You want me to say that for you again? I ain't going to no forums to hear nobody talk about some shit they could have fixed a long time ago. You got all these forums and people want to talk about gun violence. I don't want to talk to you about no gun violence. I don't really worry about gun violence. Gonna be some gun violence if you try to jack me. I can tell you that. Gonna be some gun violence if you think I'm getting out of my car. Yeah. I don't want to have this conversation. That's just like what I'm talking about today. I'm not here to have these conversations with people that have the ability to fix shit and ain't trying to. I don't want to have these conversations. It's a waste of my time. Man, we're doing a march for this. I'm not marching. It's too fucking hot. Has marching changed our quality of life in the last 30 years? Hell no. Hell no. Has marching helped us with racial profiling? Hell no. Has the debate and the conversations and the studies, they always have to do a study on when it comes to black people. You didn't do no study when you wanted to pass an Asian hate crime bill. You didn't study for 20 or 30 years. So I'm not coming to nothing unless I want to be a disruption. Unless I want to give a checkup from the neck up. I'm not doing certain things no more, man. I'm sitting around the other day, I'm thinking about education. And you know what? A lot of days, I'm in this battle by myself. A lot of days, I'm in this battling in school districts. But you know what? I think my focus should be, I've been dealing with the Houston Independent School District this year, 13 years. 13. I've been dealing with the Houston Independent School District. And nothing's ever gotten better. But many days I walk that journey by myself. So I'm thinking a couple of days ago, man, that's what I'm going to do. Man, I'm not finna battle HISD no more. I'm going to make sure my kids straight when my parents call me. Let's get down. Let's take care of some things. You feel what I'm saying? Let's do that. But I am not going to battle the Houston Independent School District. Not because I can't beat them, but because it's a waste of fucking time. If ain't nobody else gonna stand up with me, then I'm that lone soldier. And I'm out there looking like I'm just the angry black man while everybody else throwing rocks and hiding their hands. So guess what? Today, and I'm dead serious, you can battle the Houston Independent School District. That's what you can do. Now, when somebody like Mina calls me and we got a problem with one of our babies, I'm going to solve that problem. But you folk that's just there and only thing you care about is making money and you don't care about standing up for what's right and what's wrong, you're on your fucking own now. 13 years deep, you're on your own. Yeah, I'm telling you what the real is with me. I'm telling you what the real is. I shouldn't have to be out here going so hard in the paint about school safety by my goddamn self. Shouldn't have to. But that's something for everybody to figure out. You see what I'm saying? A lot of days, man, no matter what it may be, social issues, community issues, school issues, a lot of days when y'all out partying and doing your thing, I'm researching, I'm working behind the scenes. Never really had a life for myself in 13 years. And I want to have some fun. I want to enjoy these last years I got because I ain't going to be here forever. And I've enjoyed myself along the way, but not as I should have because I've been too busy taking care of people that don't give a fuck about me. That don't care about me. So if you want to celebrate pagan holidays, that's your business. The fuck up. Y'all around here, we celebrating Easter. What the hell I look like celebrating a rabbit? I ain't finna do that. It's St. Patrick's Day. I'm not Irish. I don't really wear green. What you see behind me, that 5-star, the war zone back there behind me, that's the only time I deal with green. Unless I'm counting money. I just don't. I feel there are other things that we need to be doing at the moment. And we are not doing it. We're not doing it. And because of that, that's the reason we're so far behind. And if you think because you got your little piece of the pie, you got your little house and your car, you good, keep thinking that shit. Keep thinking it. And you're going to find out. I mean, I'm just looking at especially with the school safety thing, the gun violence, and people are marching back and forth, and they're gonna change the federal laws. Man, if you ain't gonna stop guns from coming into the United States of America, you ain't finna do nothing. You ain't gonna get nothing. You can have all the marches that you want, but it ain't gonna stop it. People are coming out of this pandemic in a far worse financial situation than they've ever been in. People are losing their houses, they're losing their families, they're losing their cars. We can't buy food, some of us. And people want you to believe that it's going to be okay. Why should we believe that? Tell me the truth about what the hell is going on so I can know how to make the necessary adjustments. We are not in a good place at the moment. Today, you have an election going on in Houston, over there in Northwest Houston, HCC trustee, position 2. If you're in that area and you haven't voted, you need to go vote for my friend, Kathy Lynch Gunter. See, in order to change this system, you're going to have to put some change agents in office. You're going to have to put some people in office that ain't just showing up just to take pictures. You're going to have to put some people in office that ain't just showing up so they can use that office to get to the next office. You're going to have to put some people in office that want to change the system. Are you prepared to walk the line? Are you prepared to walk the line? That's the question. And a lot of days, people are not prepared to walk the line. You guys hold on a second. I think we're having some technical difficulties. We're going to fix them and then we're going to get back to it. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Let me check something. Something's not right. True HD. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Don't want to consume too much of your day. I'll come back later with a hood CNN and we'll get to it. And that'll be what it is. Until then, I'll let you, man. Stop celebrating them pagan holidays. Save your money and make it do what it do. I'm here for a few days. Then I got to bounce out to California. It's time to unleash this album and do what needs to be done. You feel what I'm saying?